My dear brothers and sisters, we all come from different backgrounds, culture, language, different countries, but only one common aspect of the thing for all of us is the faith that we all have. The faith that keeps us going forward in every troubled situations. The hope that we have is that God is with us. He will look after us. As St. Peter says, He cares for you. Therefore, God has chosen all of us here. You have not chosen. I have not chosen. God has called us, and God has chosen us. That's why we sang today in the responsorial psalm, "Blessed the people the Lord has chosen as His own heritage." Therefore, this morning, my dear brothers and sisters, remember that God has chosen you, and you have become His own heritage. Therefore, you are blessed. So remember that you are blessed because you belong to God. And you need to have faith to believe this and to experience it. Without faith, I don't think that anyone is seated here or standing here. Sometimes this faith also shakes, challenged, but still we know that God is there. Therefore, Jesus tells us today in the gospel, fix your minds on the things above. Store treasure in the heavens, where thief cannot take, moth cannot destroy. And the Lord tells, where your wealth is, where your treasure is, there will be your mind. And immediately, then the Lord tells, be prepared, be vigilant, be ready, for you do not know at what time the Son of Man would come. Therefore, be prepared, but rooted in faith. That's what today's the liturgy tells us. Reflect with me, my dear brothers and sisters, this morning, how God wants us to be rooted in faith, following the good examples that we are reminded today. When Abraham was called, when he was asked to leave from his father's house, from where he was rooted, he did not know where he was going. He did not know what is going to happen. Even he did not know this God who called him, who chosen him. But he placed his total trust in God and went to the place where God wanted. Even Sarah, as it is reminded in the second reading, written to the letter to the Hebrews, even Sarah at his old age, she believed that God will bless her with a son. Humanly, it is impossible, but God blessed. She believed. She was rooted in that faith. God will fulfill this. Even when Abraham was tested, asking for that only child, he was ready to sacrifice, to give up. His faith was tested, but he remained faithful because he was rooted in faith. In the first reading, we heard from the book of wisdom, when the people of Israel were told about the night that they are going to depart from the land of slavery, from Egypt, they did not know how many years that they are going to walk to the promised land. They did not have any idea who is going to provide water for us in the wilderness, who is going to provide food for us in the wilderness, who is going to look after us, who will help us. They didn't have any idea, but they believed in God and started their journey. On the way, they were struggling, they were arguing, they were fighting, they were quarreling. They were asking Moses several times, have you brought us here to kill here? But their journey continued. They didn't want to go back, because each time they struggled, God came to rescue them. God came to help them. My dear brothers and sisters, we are also in the same journey. Our faith may get disturbed, challenged. We may get confusions, but remember how God blessed the people of Israel, how God blessed Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and all his chosen people will be with you, because he has chosen you. He has called you. My dear children, look at the faith of your parents. Look at the faith of your elders and believe and have an experience. So we need to be prepared for this. If we are too much worried about the worldly things, the worldly possessions, it is impossible for us to fix our mind on the things that are above. Therefore, we need to keep ourselves focused on God and focused on Jesus, who is going to come, as he told today in the gospel. Be prepared, be ready, for you do not know at what time the Son of Man would come. But if you are ready to receive him, if you are ready to welcome him at any time that he comes, you are blessed. So we need to be prepared for that. Sometimes the world is looking for alternatives. Today, for everything, we have an alternative. When something is not happening, when something is not giving us a promising future, there is an alternative. In this corporate world, in this business world, in this modern world, for everything you have an alternative. But never have an alternative for your faith. Only God should be your alternative in every situation. I share these words from here with my own example, with my experience. I already posted a homily last week sharing a lively experience. Coming Thursday, I'm going to baptize a child. And the parents came to see me, and the mother is a convert. My dear brothers and sisters, this couple did not have a child for 12 long years. Remember, 12 long years. And the mother says, I believed in Jesus alone. The doctor said I cannot conceive. The doctor said I cannot bear a child. But we believed in God. God blessed us with a child after 12 years. We waited and rooted in faith. And they have named the child Noah. I'm going to baptize Noah on Thursday. And a living experience. And I shared this last Wednesday during the weekday homily. And after the Mass, I came down Another couple walked, and the pregnant mother was coming to me with full of tears, and she was telling, Father, your sermon, your homily is for us today. We are married for 10 years. We didn't have a child. And this church knows the tears that I have shed here. And God has blessed us with a child. Bless me, Father. My dear brothers and sisters, if God can bless Abraham, if God could bless Isaac, Jacob, the people of Israel, and if God can bless those two mothers, will He not bless you? Will He not love you? That's what I said. He cares for you, for He has chosen you, and you are His own heritage. Believe and be prepared.